Hi everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. Today we are going to be building a tiny teal house in the world of Windenburg, which is the world that came with the get together pack, and it is a very nice pack in my opinion. I really like the items because it is related to the Tudor style architecture and also interior design, so there are a lot of classical looking items that come with the pack. But anyways, today we are building a one-bedroom house and it is in a teal color scheme. I believe teal is like turquoise, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is what it is. But if it's not teal, then it's a tiny turquoise home. But anyways, the structure for this build is very simple. As you can see, it just consists of two stacked rectangles on top of each other, and I got this idea from Pinterest. Obviously, I never come up with my original ideas, but I think that is the quickest way for me to build in The Sims. But anyways, as you can see, the structure is pretty simple and also rectangular. Initially, I wanted to put in a staircase over there, but then I will be removing the column underneath it because I wanted to squeeze in another door for the sim to go into the bottom floor. And basically for this house, your sim has to go through the stairs outside in order to go to the level upstairs, so there is no stairs in the house, so they will have to go through the outside and then upwards and then yada. But this house is fully functional and I play tested it before. Or actually, when I was building this, I play tested this house and everything works fine. Initially, there was a lot of trouble for the sim to access some of the space that is in the house, but then I changed things around and moved it around as well. And then the sim can finally go in. But this house also has a small skylight at the top of the roof over here, which you see I'm just adjusting. At first, I wanted to make it like a continued roofing like that, but then I didn't really like the edges when I did that, so I just changed it to a smaller part of the house that has that skylight effect over there, and I really like it because it is very nice in my opinion. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments, of course, if you like this build or not. If you want to download this house in the gallery, it's already up there under my ID, which is simmerkhai. And also for this lot, I did a lot of landscaping in terms of the terrain tool and also using the tool mod to adjust some debug items for the environmental objects and landscaping, and I think I like the look of it. There are basically two raised terrains in this lot. Basically, one is where the house is and the other one is where the quote-unquote garden space is. So the garden space for this house consists just of a couple or three planter pots and then also an umbrella table, because in my opinion an umbrella table is mandatory for a backyard space. So that's that. And for the landscaping also, I had a lot of fun doing it because it is very simple, and I think I stuck to the color scheme for the landscaping that is a lot more to green, then also some splashes of red because there is a teal color, and I wanted to contrast some color to it, so I decided to put in some bougainvillea flowers from the Jungle Adventure pack, which I normally do. And then I also proceeded to decorate the walls of this build using the debug item that is from the Discover University pack, which is also a mandatory item for me if I want to build builds like that look more serene and also magical. And I think they are a great tool if you want to include them in your build. But I'm using this tool mod from Twisted Maxi and it is very useful. I really recommend it if you want to try it out. I'm not so sure like where you can download it. I think there is a link, but from what I know, I just Google search Twisted Maxi's tool mod, so that's how I got this mod. But anyways, over here you can see I'm just decorating the lot with a lot of landscaping and a lot of rocks that I used from the Cats and Dogs pack, I believe, which I normally use when it comes to putting rocks like that, because they are in the shape that is very suitable to be used as like platforms. And so I used the rocks that are from the Cats and Dogs pack, which I always use when it comes to doing terrain and leveling it out. But anyways, over here you can see I'm just adjusting the garden space area, in which it is just a simple platform, which I will also be covering it up with some rocks from the Cats and Dogs pack of the debug menu, which I also use on the main land, quote unquote, side of this house. And it is very simple. You just have to, I just scaled the size down to an appropriate size that I think was suitable for the lot, and then just elevated it using the tool mod that is positive to level it up, and then negative something to bring it down. So it's a pretty easy and useful tool, but I'm still learning how to use it, because some of the objects, when I try to rotate them, they don't rotate at all and they just disappear for some reason. So I really have to look back at the tutorial video that is produced by Twisted Mexi and see in detail how it works. But anyways, like I said, this house only consists of one bedroom. I believe I said that in the beginning of the video. It is a 1-bedroom house, and it is a very small home. And at first, this is a funny story, because at first I was pretty satisfied with the structure of the house, and then when I wanted to end the video, basically when I wanted to finish recording the video, and also after I finished the whole house, I realized that there wasn't any bathroom that I put. So I had to like quickly edit the video and also record some footage of me just doing a bathroom, which you will see in the end. That's why it will be a little bit weird, and then you will know why through this video. But anyways, I also put those roof decorations from the Get Together pack, I believe, and it's not that I never use them. I rarely use them, and when I do use them, it's usually like on windows, above windows. But then I saw a lot of posts on Pinterest that they did this kind of thing where the roofing has like a small roof. So basically what you see on the roof over here is that small roof that I mentioned just now. And I've never seen houses like that, honestly, but I thought that it would be a great idea to include that, like place it on the roof like that, because it is something different from what I usually do. And then I also use these debug rock pathways that are from the base game, and they are pretty. I really like them, and I use them a lot in my builds, and so I decided to use them in this one as well. And here I'm just, just like touching up the decorations for the wall decorations. The bathroom will be placed, I believe, on the back side of the home that you will see after this, maybe in the end of the video, like I said. But I wanted to go for a landscaping that is very natural looking, and also is just not arranged properly, where it is naturally grown. And I really like the look of it, because it looks like it's a hidden teal house, but then it is raised on a terrain, so it is like standing out from the landscaping. But if you guys have any other opinion on this house, please let me know in the comments what you think of this house. And then basically for this house, for the inside, I decided to go with a white, yellow and teal color scheme for the furnishing and all, because I wanted to see what color suited or contrasted with the teal color, since teal is not really a color that I usually use in my build. So I decided to try in this one to make it look a bit more colorful. And then I use the wallpaper that is the teal color from the base game, and I paired the inside, which is this wallpaper that is from the Parenthood pack, I believe, and it reminds me of Animal Crossing somehow. I think it is because of the leaves and also the color itself. It is of teal color, and then I also contrasted this teal color with a yellow kitchen cabinet from the Country Kitchen Kit, I believe, and then just put in a mini fridge, because if I put a normal fridge, it would look a bit messed up. But anyways, here I'm just adjusting the curtains that are from the Parenthood, which I use for the curtains because I really like the curtains. They are, I believe, some sort of sheer curtain. And I thought that the color and also the vibe, it looks very calming. So I decided to include it in this house to make this house feel and also look very calm and inviting. And then I just, decorated it. For the floor plan, it was a pretty easy floor plan for me to do, because it is just a simple square or rectangle. and I didn't really have a lot of trouble figuring out the floor plan because all of the spaces that you see here are basically shared within one another. So there isn't any partition in terms of building the walls or anything like that. So it is a pretty simple floor plan and layout, and I think it is very suitable if your sim is like into tiny living. I don't know if that's a trait that you can use when creating a sim, but I just pictured that the sim that lives here is an artist and they like very small living or tiny living and living in tiny spaces, because I think, in my opinion, that's how they get their creativity ideas from. And I also will be including a painter's easel in this house, since I said that the sim that I pictured living here is an artist. And then I also use the same window that I used in one of my previous builds, which is the coastal cottage, the hidden overgrown coastal cottage for this build, because it looks prettier like that. And I really like the window that I use from the Laundry Day stuff pack, because it's really pretty and it is also looking rustic or like country vibes or calming, and I really like the look of it because the design of it is pretty as well. But then over here you can see I'm just putting in a painter's easel. At first I wanted to put in the painter's easel on the Laundry Day platform window over there, but then it didn't work when I playtested this build, unfortunately. So I ended up putting the painter's easel where the plant on the left is, and I think I will be removing that plant in the end and, you know, just adjust it around. But I really wish that one day maybe the Sims team can consider this, because a lot of their windows that they created that have platforms, the platforms are not functional. So it really sucks, because I think if the platforms were functional, you can put in a lot of more stuff there and also make your sim do stuff over there, where you can put in maybe some activities like a painter's easel. So that would be a very good idea, I believe. And here I was playtesting whether the painter's easel will work, and as you can see just now, the sim couldn't access that space. But then I also forgot to mention that this house has a chimney but not a fireplace, because I couldn't fit in a fireplace for this build. So the chimney is just for decoration purposes on the exterior. Although it is like that, I still included a couple of radiators for your sims to warm up if there is any coldness in this house or any winter time, so they can comfortably do some activities that they want to in this house. And I really hope you guys will like this build, because it is a pretty short build and a pretty small build, but I really like the terrain skills in this build, because it is a very terrained lot, I would say, because I included a lot of landscaping and also a lot of terrain stuff over there. So I intended also to include a small pond or a small lake, but I didn't end up doing so because there wasn't a lot of space, and that really sucked. But I think if I were to put a pond in this room or in this build, it would be like at the back of the house, I think, because there's some space there, but that's not a lot. But anyways, over here is going to be the final part, second last part. The final part will be the forgotten bathroom that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But basically for the bedroom, it is a pretty simple bedroom, and as you can see, I also included a couple of paintings from the Eco Lifestyle pack, which is a cluttered painting. And then over here I included a postcard corkboard from the base game and included some debug items from the Parenthood pack, which are these tiny notes, and I thought that it really looked cute, so I included that in there. And then over here, as you can see, I just included a bathroom that is pretty small but functional. And that will conclude the video. So I really hope you guys will like this video. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of the video, but if you do like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment if you want to. And I really hope you guys will like this one. If you want to download it on the gallery, my ID is simmerkhai, which is spelled SIMMERKHAI, and that's the end of the video. So I really hope you guys will like this video, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!